Hello, everyone. Welcome to the next game in the 1977 National League replay, where we pick one game per calendar day and play it out on inside pitch, and we let the Stratomatic computer sim the other games that are not selected for that day. And so we're at Monday, April the 25th, 1977, and we are in sunny San Diego as the Los Angeles Dodgers will be taking on the San Diego Padres. Dodgers enter the game 10-4. Padres enter 8-9. Starting pitchers: Randy Jones for the Padres, Rick Rhoden for the Dodgers. Randy Jones is 3-1 on the replay with a 2.77 earned run average. Rick Rhoden is 1-1 on the replay with a 4.26 average. Hello, Mr. Ben. Good to see you. And I know that I just give these just because, I mean, when you're talking only 14 games in or 15 games in, it's not really much to it. And like I said, it's Stratomatic is doing the simming. However, I am keeping a separate tally for games, and to use the term RJL uses, on the board. So an inside pitch, I'm keeping a separate inside pitch rec for each of the teams to go along with what Stratomatic is doing on the simming. So if there's a tie, the tiebreaker is their record on the inside pitch games. Hello, Tony. Hot as heck here in Richmond, too, or Petersburg, actually. I'm about 30 minutes south of Richmond, about 25, 30 miles south of Richmond. Yeah, I'd say 30 miles. Yeah, it's definitely hot as Hades for the next 3 days. And the bad part is it's going to be hotter tomorrow than it was today. Today was about 98, 99. I think it's going to be like 101 tomorrow with the heat index around 110. So not for the faint of heart, so they say. All right, Doug, good to see you. And Colin, if I didn't say hello to you, hello. All right, so Randy Jones, look at our starting lineups. Pretty typical lineup for the Dodgers, nothing really unusual there. And I guess it's pretty much a typical lineup for the Padres as well. You see the benches and the bullpens for both teams. And we are going to get ready to go. Davey Lopes steps in the batter's box against Randy Jones. Hello, Larry. I just saw that on YouTube myself, Larry. I didn't go into it, but I saw it come up on my feed. So that could be interesting. I believe it was one of the NBC games on Saturday afternoon. But I think it's in black and white. I'm not 100% sure. I have to go check it out. But I looked at it right before I started this. So it definitely is intriguing. I like watching the old games on TV and how they presented them and all that stuff. And hopefully it has commercials in it too, because I love those old commercials. Anyway, here's Davey Lopes. That is a 6-2 on Randy Jones, which is a blank. So we go to Davey Lopes. These are the closest thing to Padres dice I could find. Don't have a brown die. 6-2 again is a fly to center. If I had a brown D6, I would use it, but I don't have one. Here is Bill Russell. Hello, Jeremy. Jones to Russell. 6-5 is a possible error on a ground ball. We go to Russell. See who the fielding check is on. 2-6. Ground ball back to Randy Jones. He's a 4. That's a 7, so there will be no error. And Randy Jones makes the play. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Reggie Smith. 6-5. Again, another error on a ground ball possibility. And that is a 3-5. And as a fly to right, so no ground ball to worry about. And that's going to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down go the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the first. It is LA nothing, and the Padres coming to bat. Rick Rhoden on the mound, and Jerry Turner. Jerry Turner. Yep, can't beat Kurt Gowdy. And I mean, I love Vin Scully, but to me, the NBC game of the week was always Joe and Tony. That was always the standard. I know Bob Costas did okay with it and Vin Scully, but to me, true NBC game of the week is actually it's that's Kurt Gowdy. To me, it was Joe Garagiola and Tony Kubek. To me, that was the standard for NBC game of the week. That's what I grew up with. All right, here's Turner, but I'm biased because of that. 5-3 is a hit by pitch chance. 0 -5, no hit by pitch. But yeah, any of the commentators back then is much better than what they got today. 4-1's a line out to second. 1 away. Then I saw something I didn't even know happened, but apparently Skip Carey got into some hot water about a slip of the tongue uh, in a promo they did for the Cardinal Reds game a couple days ago. So don't know what's going to come of that. Here's Rhoden to Allman, 4-6. That's a home run question mark, 1-7. That fails. We go to Allman. 3-6, and that's a power result to center field. It goes to 17. That's a 19, though, so it's just a deep fly to center, and it's hauled in out there by Rick Monday. 2 up and 2 down. And here is Winfield. 4-6. That's a home run question mark again, but again, the 8 fails, so there's no home run chance. And Winfield, 5-1, star 2 is a ground ball to third. And that's going to end the inning. We go to the second inning. And it's still no score. Ron Say, the Penguin, will lead off against Randy Jones. 2-5 is a blank. We go to Ron Say. 1-6, ground ball to third. And Raider will throw him out. Here's Steve Garvey. 5-4. That's a home run question mark. And it passes on a 1-19. So we go to Garvey, a 1-14, and Garvey will go deep. It's a 20. He does not. He's not out, but he will get the swing. But he won't get the homer. But he will settle for a single to right field. So no home run for Garvey, but he does single. So a 1-out single. His attempt is a 1. And nothing happening. And here's Rick Monday, lefty on lefty matchup. 4-1. Range play at the park. Going to San Diego Stadium. I guess it wasn't called Jack Murphy Stadium then. Still San Diego Stadium. Range play at the park. 2-4 is a ground ball. I'm sorry, it's a fly ball to right field. We're checking Winfield. And his range is a 5. Best you can have. 1-5, and he will make the catch. And he does. So Winfield puts it away. Monday is retired. And there's 2 away for Dusty Baker. Again, nothing on strategy roll. 4-4, and against Baker, the righty, that's a walk chance. 20 is too high. Thank you, Ben, 1981. Thank you for that. Baker will swing it. 4-4 is a ground ball to short. And that will end the inning. So a single for Garvey, but nothing else for the Dodgers. And they go away with nothing in the second. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. And Rick Rhoden will be facing George Hendrick. I think he might be, I'm not sure if it's Clee baseball fans' favorite. Somebody's favorite player is George Hendrick. They always talk about George Hendrick all the time. I don't know why. He's a good player. He's a very good hitter. Maybe not much of a fielder, but he's a very good hitter. Although in 77, he's ranged as a 4, so that's not too bad. All right, Rick Rhoden, 2-4, and that is a blank. Walk plus to a lefty, but blank to a righty. Go to Hendrick, 4-6. That's a power result to right field. It only goes to 5. That's a 12, so just a deep fly to right, and Reggie Smith hauls it in. Oh, Todd B is the one who his tenure in Cleveland. Okay, thank you for that, Tim. I knew it was somebody that really just the way I am about Floyd Rayford and the way the way I'm about Floyd Rayford is the way he was about George Hendrick. All right, here's Gene Tennis, 2-4, and that's a range play at the park, going back to San Diego Stadium. 4-6, that's a single to left, but it's a range play for Baker. Baker's range is only a 2. So 1-2, he'll make the catch. He does not. It's going to stay a base hit. Base hit for Gene Tennis. His attempt is a 1. And nothing's happening. So here's Mike Ivy, first baseman. Hopefully we can avoid the Belinda Carlisle circle in the sand tonight. Rhoden 3-1, strikeout 6 is going to get him. He's a strikeout of 7. Stadium even adds 1. First strikeout for Rhoden. And there's 2 away. And don't adjust your screen. This is not an inter-squad game. This is Doug Rader in his Toronto Blue Jay outfit. Again, emphasizing my point, one of the changes that should have been made on this game instead of messing around with version 4. Should have made changes to version 3 to tighten it up. And giving Raider a card that's in brown and yellow. All right, here's Rhoden, 5-5, strikeout 4, got him. So back-to-back strikeouts will end the inning. We go to the third, and we still got no score from San Diego Stadium. I'm going to make sure I don't call it Jack Murphy. I know that it's going to be a tendency for me to want to do that, so I'll try to keep from doing that. If I look at the card, then maybe that'll help me out. Here's Steve Yeager. 4-4. That's a walk chance to a right-hander. 13. He walks at only a 10. Even the stadium only has 1, so it's not enough to walk. 3-6, and that's a fly to right field. And Yeager is out of there. Here's Rick Rhoden, a traditionally good hitting pitcher, and no exception here. 231 with 3 home runs for a pitcher. That's pretty good. Look at his home run, 14. Jones, I'm going to redo that because that 4 was leaning against the thing, and my rule is they have to be flat and in the thing, all 3 of them. It's a 1-1, it's a blank. 4-2 would have also been a blank, by the way. Here's Rhoden, 5-2 is a fly to center, and that's 2 down. But my rule is they have to be flat, not stacked like this. They have to be flat. They can't be. Now I got to try to recreate it. They can't be a leaner. And now I can't get it to lean now like the other one was. It just happened to stop that way. Now I can't get it to stop it to make it lean. But you know what I mean. It has to do that, and it can't pop out of the tray. So 2 down, empty bases for Lopes. 3-2, and that is a blank to a right-hander. Would have been a home run to a lefty. Home run possibility. Lopes, 6-2 is a fly to center, and that's going to end it for the Dodgers. They go quietly again. Bottom of the third, no score. Well, Ben, I mean, it's pointless to try to game the system or cheat for one team. I'm just having fun. I don't have any skin in the game here. I'm just playing and having fun. I could care less who wins each game. Even if it's the Yankees or Red Sox, I really don't care. Rhoden, 5-1, and that is a strikeout chance to Champion. That is a 20, though, so that's too high, so it will not strike out. 4-6 is a star 1. That's a ground ball to Lopes. 1 down for Randy Jones, who throws left-handed but does bat right-handed. 116 average. 5-6 is a blank. We go to Jones. 4-2, star 6. That's a ground ball to short. Russell will take care of it. 2 down for Jerry Turner. Hello, Jeremiah. 6-2. That's a ballpark card going back to San Diego Stadium for Turner. 6-4 is a ground ball to Say, and that's going to end the inning. So 3 uneventful innings for sure, and we got no score as we head to the 4th. Don't know if it's good pitching or bad hitting at this point, or a combination of the 2. Second time through the order could be different, though, for the Dodgers. Got Russell, Smith, and Say. For 1, and that's a range play at the park. So we're going to San Diego Stadium for a range play. And that's a 4-5. That is a single plus to left field, but the range of the left fielder, Turner, is a 2. So he could take this away. And he does. So won't worry about Russell trying to get extra bases. Turner took the hit away. So he takes a possible double away from Bill Russell. 1 down for Reggie Smith. 2-5, and that's a blank. Go to Reggie. 3-3. Star 3 is a ground ball to Raider. 2 down. And the Penguin, Ron Say. 6-3, blank again. Jones has a lot of blanks on his card. 5-1. That's a double to right field for Ron Say. So a 2-out double, and the Dodgers finally have something going. Garvey, the battery, singled his last time up. First base is open with the lefty Mundy to follow. There's a potential they could walk Garvey. They could walk Garvey intentionally and do lefty-lefty. Not sure if they want to do that or go right after Garvey. I think Jones wants to go after him, so he's going to go after him. Nothing on the Havoc. 4-6, and that is a blank, so we go to Garvey. 6-1, flies to right, and the strategy pays off to face Garvey and dispatch him. And that's going to do it for the Dodgers in the fourth. Go to the bottom of the fourth, still no score. It'll be Allman, Winfield, and Hendrick due up for the Padres, heart of their order. That's a 5-2, which is a straight-up home run chance on Rick Rhoden's card. Allman, though, needs a 2, and that's a 3. So he just missed a home run. But he will get to swing it. 2-5. It'll be a ground on a split chance. It's a ground ball to short. So Allman is retired. Here's Winfield. 4-5 is a blank. We go to Winfield's card. 5-2. It's a fly to right. Reggie Smith puts it away. 2 down. Does anybody want to score is the question. Here's Hendrick, Todd B's favorite player. 1-2 is a walk plus, so he will draw the base on balls. First walk issued by Rhoden. Hendrick's attempt to steal is a 2. Cannot get the attempt, so he will hold. And here's Gene Tennis. 1-5 is a pitcher result. 1-3 is a single, but that's a 5, so we treat it as a blank. Go to Tennis. 6-2 is a fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. 4 innings are in the books, and we got no score. Rolling along here in San Diego. Jones back out. Will be facing the bottom portion of the order. Mundy, Baker, and Yeager. 3-6. Strikeout chance to the lefty. That's a 4. He got him. Randy Jones, not much of a strikeout pitcher. That's his only strikeout of the game. He struck out 44 in 147 innings, so he's not prone to strike out too many. Here's Baker. 1-5, ballpark card going to San Diego Stadium for Dusty. 5-4, it's a double to right field for Dusty Baker. 1-out double. Dodgers might have something going. Nothing on the strategy. Here's Yeager. First base is open, but Rhodes a pretty good hitter. And there aren't 2 outs, so there's no reason to walk Yeager. 5-6, that's a strikeout chance. 3, got him. So that's 2 down. Second strikeout in the inning for Jones. And now he's got to face Rick Rhoden. Hello, Chuck. And Rick Rhoden is not a guaranteed out by any means. 3-1 is the ballpark card going back to San Diego Stadium for Rick Rhoden. 2-6 is a ground ball to short, and Allman will take care of it. And the 1-out double doesn't amount to anything for the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still no score from San Diego. It'll be Ivy, Raider, and Champion for the Padres against Rick Rhoden. 3-4, and that's a range play at San Diego Stadium. Gone to the stadium card a lot in this game. 3-2, that's a blank, so we got a rare play. It's not a range play anymore. It is a rare play. So let's pull out our rare play chart with the bases empty. Bases empty, rare play chart. See what happens. 62. 3-2 pitch called strike 3. Hitter argues call and gets thrown out of the game. How about that? So Mike Ivy is thrown out of the game. He strikes out, and he has been ejected. So the Padres will need a new first baseman in the top of the 6th. And let's see who they have that's capable of playing first base. They may move somebody that's already in the lineup to play first base. Doug Rader can play first, not very well, but he can. Gene Tennis can move from catcher to first, but you hate to take away that pitcher-catcher symphony known as the battery. You hate to interrupt that. So we'll wait and see till the inning's over and find out what they do with that. But Ivy is gone. Rhoden to Rader, 1-5 pitcher result. 1-3 is a single. That's a 2. It's a single for Doug Rader. Rader's attempt is a 1, but I don't think he's going to hardly go anywhere. He is not. And here's Mike Champion. 6-1, and that's a blank. We go to Champion. 4-6, and that's a star 1, which is a ground ball to second, possible double play. He's a 1. 0, halfway is a 2. The pivot is short. Bill Russell is a +1, so that's going to make it a 3. 1-3 is a double play, and they turn it. 4-6-3 to end the inning. So 5 innings are in the books, and we still got no score. And looking at the bench for the Padres, that is their bench. Those are their bench guys right there. Who might they want to use? Not a whole lot of good stuff to choose from. They're going to bring in Gary Sutherland to play first base, either 2E20. So Gary Sutherland will be coming on, and he will be taking the place of Ivy. Their bench is very, to borrow a phrase from RJL, their bench is meh. Whatever meh means. I'm assuming that means bad, so, or pitiful, or terrible, or whatever adjective you want to use. But anyway, Ivy's out of there. Sutherland will be batting in Ivy's spot, so he's right behind Gene Tennis, so get him in the right order. And now we go to the 6th inning. Whoops, this way. 6th inning, and it'll be the top of the order for the Dodgers, Davey Lopes. Mediocre. Okay, I was thinking it was worse than mediocre, but I'll take your word for it, Ben. Here's 1-1, and that's a blank on Jones. We go to Davey Lopes. He's flown to center twice. 1-2 is time he's going to ground back to Randy Jones. Easy out, 1 away, and here's Bill Russell. He's 0 for 2. 6-1's a blank. We go to Russell. Oh, that yellow die didn't make it, so let's redo that. 4-1, and that's a liner right to the shortstop Allman for out number 2. 2 down for Reggie Smith. 5-5 is a strikeout chance. 9 is going to get him. So Randy Jones, his 3rd strikeout of the game. And he has tossed 6 shutout innings so far. And he's still good to go. He can face 25 batters. He's only faced 21, so he's good to go for at least 1 more inning, maybe 2, depending on what happens. He is set to lead off this inning. We're not going to pinch hit for Randy Jones, obviously, not the way he's pitching. So Rhoden will pitch to Jones. 1-1 is a strikeout chance, and he got him. And that's strikeout number 4 for Rhoden. So Jerry Turner, 0 for 2. 3-6, and he's not tired, so that's a blank. 2-4, and that is a star 5. Ground ball to Lopes. 2 down, and Billy Allman, the shortstop. 3-2 is a strikeout chance. 19 too much. We go to Allman. 4-2 is a star 5. Ground ball to Lopes again. So 6 shutout innings for both pitchers. Don't know if it's inept offense or really good pitching. I know the Dodgers have good offense. I don't know about the Padres, but I know the Dodgers have a pretty good lineup. So the fact Randy Jones is holding them to 3-hit shutout is pretty good. Top of the 7th, Ron Say, the batter. Or Ron Say if you're a Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney fan. Randy Jones, 4-5, and that's a range play. Go to Say. 4-4, and that's a fly to right again. The range is Winfield, but he is a 5. Best you can have. But it's a 6 this time. He does not get to it. And it's a 6 there, so it's going to turn into a double. What a bad break. Double 6s there, turning into a leadoff double for Ron Say. That'll bring up Garvey. Say is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Two is a blank. Garvey, 6-3, grounds it right back to Randy Jones for the out. Say's BR rating is a 3. So 1 to 3, and he'll make it to third base. And he does. Let me double check it and make sure he doesn't have to beat that. I think the BR just has to be the same. So I will check this out just to be accurate. Runner on second, ball hit to the shortstop or pitcher. If roll is higher than BR, he holds, otherwise advances. It was not higher, it was the same. So therefore he does advance, which is big because it puts him at third base with only 1 out, and the infield will have to come in. So very good. Infield is in. Rick Monday. 3-2. That is a home run straight up against a lefty. If that's a 16, it's going to be out of range. But Monday will get to swing it. 1-6, and it's a single pass short against the lefty. So base hit Rick Monday, and the Dodgers finally break through and take a 1-0 lead. It took them to the 7th inning to do so, but they have done it. Monday cannot get a lead. Check for pickoffs. Nothing's happening there, and here's Dusty Baker. This is batter number 25, so Randy Jones will be tired after this batter. 4-1, range play at San Diego Stadium. 6-6 is a single plus to right field, but again, Winfield is a 5 range. And he makes the play, takes the potential double away. Worst case scenario would have been runners at the corners and 1 out, but he saved a bundle there. Now, Jones is now tired, so if we hit these parentheses, he's going to have to come out. But they will get him. Nobody's in scoring position, so they will let him pitch to Yeager. First base is open for Rhoden, but tell you what, Rhoden's almost as good of a hitter as Yeager is, so they're going to go ahead and pitch to Yeager. 2-2 is a blank. We go over to Yeager. 1-5, and that's a fly to center to end the inning. But the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead on the Padres on the double by Say and the single by Monday. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 1-0. We'll see about Randy Jones, whether he is going to be removed from the game or stay in the game. We'll have to wait and see. Right now, though, in a very timely, or whatever you want to call it, efficient, I guess is the right word for it. Very efficient, about 30 minutes or so. We are at the 7th inning stretch, and that means it's time for Take Me Out to the Ball Game. All right. 7th inning stretch is complete. Before we go to the bottom of the 7th, we'll preview the following game that's going to be played on April the 26th. And that's on a separate score sheet. It's always on the back of this one, but apparently it's on a separate score sheet. And I may not have that with me, but I can tell you it's Philadelphia and Pittsburgh from Pittsburgh. That will be the game. Next game in Inside Pitch will be in the Steel City. It'll be the Pirates and the Phillies. All right. Bottom of the 7th we go. It'll be Winfield, Hendrick, and Tennis due up for the Padres. Rhoden can face 29 batters. He's only faced 20, so he's definitely in good shape. 3-6, and that's a blank. Go to Winfield. 2-2, and that's a star 1, which is a ground ball to Lopes again. 3 consecutive ground balls to Lopes going back to last inning. Here's Hendrick. 3-2, and that's a strikeout chance. 6 will get him. That is strikeout number 5 for Rhoden. And I know you're probably wondering, why in the world are you showing the Padres? Well, I try to show all the teams at least once in a while. I don't want to see the same 4 or 5 teams all the time. So, I mean, granted, the Braves and the Padres and teams like that aren't going to be shown all that much, but let's show them sometime or another. So, and I thought with Randy Jones pitching, it'd be the best time to show him. All right, here's Tennis. 3-2 is another strikeout chance, and he got it. Rhoden 6 strikeouts, and he is cruising through 7 innings. Score still remains 1-0. Rhoden will be the leadoff man to start the top of the 8th, and Randy Jones is going to keep pitching until he hits that parentheses roll. He's going to keep rolling. 4-4, and that is a strikeout chance to a lefty, but a walk chance to a righty, and that's a 1. But Rick Rhoden has a 0 walk, but the stadium gives him a +1. Now, I think RJL said something about if somebody has a 0, they don't give him the walk. But to me, if the stadium says +1, that makes that a 1, and that makes that a walk. Do you agree, Ben? Or would you not give him the walk since he had a 0 function there? Or is that built into stadium factoring? Ball 4, Era. There we go. Rick Rhoden will draw the walk. That's the way I was playing it too. Stadium gives it to him. We're going to give it to him. Just because the guy has a 0 walk doesn't mean he never walked. It just means he's not going to walk on his own card. But factors like the stadium can come into play. Hello, Ernest. Good to see you. Here's Davey Lopes. Whoops. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Jones to Lopes. 6-4. That's a possible error. We go to Lopes. 2-6. That's a ground ball to third. The third baseman Raiders error rating is only an 8. That's a 16, so there will be no error. In fact, there'll be a chance for a double play, although not a good one. He's a 1-0. Halfway is a 2. The pivot at second is Champion. He's a 0 pivot. So it's only a 1 or a 2 for a double play. And it's a 3, so they will not get that. We'll get the force, and that's it. It's going to be a 5-4 fielder's choice. And Lopes reaches where he might try to get the lead. He's a 6. 1-6 will get him the lead. And he gets the lead right on the number. No, I'm sorry, it's a 9. 6 is over here. That was a 9, so he does not get the lead. I stand corrected. He did not get the lead. Jones to Russell, 3-4. And there's the double. There's the parentheses, so Jones has to be removed, but we'll finish the play. Pitcher result, 1 is an out, but that's a 5, so we'll go to Russell's card. But this is the last batter for Randy Jones. He's going to have to come out because we hit the parentheses rolls. Russell, 5-6, fly to left, 2 down. But that's going to do it for Randy Jones. He's going to have to come out. Reggie Smith is your scheduled batter. The Padres pitchers are set to bat 4th in the inning. So do they double switch? They really don't want to double switch with any of the guys they have up here, except maybe Allman. Is there anybody else that can put at shortstop? That would be worthwhile. I think they're going to eschew the double switch and just go with the guy to try to get this last out because there are 2 outs in the 8th. So they will go with Mr. Dave Tomlin. So Tomlin is going to try to get this final out here in the 8th inning, and then they would pinch hit for him if they got to his spot in the order. Dave Tomlin, a lefty. 2 lefties on the roster in the bullpen are active, Tomlin and Strom. Bernal, Fingers, and Fries-Levin also available from the right side. So with 2 outs, let's get Randy Jones goes 7 2/3. He's going to give up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got him for 5 hits, 1 run, but he's responsible for Lopes at first. Let's see how many walks. Did he walk anyone? He walked Rhoden. That was the only walk, and that was because of the stadium. So the 1 walk, and I believe just the 3 strikeouts. And now Dave Tomlin is in, and his job is to get Reggie Smith. Nothing on strategy for Lopes. Tomlin to Smith. 6-2 is a blank because Tomlin's a lefty. Smith, switch hitter batting right, is a blank. Smith 3-2, and that's a ground ball to first, so that'll get him out of the inning. Potentially, it might be the only batter that Tomlin faces because they would pinch hit for him in the 8th if they get that far. Right now, we go to the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Sutherland, who came in for the ejected Mike Ivy. He will get his first at bat, Mr. Sutherland. His first at bat since coming in for the ejected Mike Ivy. 1-1 is a strikeout. 7, got him. 7th strikeout for Rhoden and 3rd in a row. And here's Doug Rader. 3-3 is another strikeout, and he got him again. 4 strikeouts in a row for Rhoden. He is now up to 8 Ks. And here's Champion. 5-1. That's a strikeout chance, but 15's too much. Champion 6-3 grounds it to Lopes, and 8 shutout innings for Rick Rhoden. And Tomlin will go ahead and pitch the 9th because they did not get to a spot in the order. So he will go ahead and pitch the 9th inning. Due up for the Dodgers, it'll be Say, Garvey, and Mundy. 2 righties and a lefty, but I don't think you're going to bring in Fingers when they're behind. Try to be realistic here. He can face 6 batters, and he's a pretty good pitcher. 4-4, 3 saves, and a 301 earned run average. So he's not chump change. 6-5 is a strikeout, 14, and he actually got Ron Say. So he struck him out. 1 away, and here's Garvey. 6-3, that's a pitcher result. 1-12 is a single. That's a 15. It's a blank. Let's go to Garvey. 2-4, ground ball to 3rd. So Tomlin looking to pitch an inning and a 3rd and allow nothing. Now he got lefty on lefty against Rick Monday. 3-6, strikeout, 8 got him. So Tomlin, very effective. Inning and a 3rd for Tomlin, and he gave up nothing with 2 strikeouts. Can't ask for anything better than that. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. We'll get a pinch hitter for the Padres. And Rick Rhoden coming back out to try to finish what he started. In the bullpen for the Dodgers, just in case. Because Rhoden will hit fatigue eventually. But their closer, Charlie Huff, 22 saves. He is loosing in the bullpen for the Dodgers, just in case. We look at the Padre bench. Gene Richards is the only lefty on the bench. 290 hitter, so it sounds like it's a good candidate to me to pinch hit. So Gene Richards will do the pinch hitting for Tomlin. He will pinch hit to start the 9th. This is batter 27 for Rhoden. He can face 29. It's going to be Richards, Turner, and Allman, but they might pinch hit for Allman. We'll have to wait and see. Rhoden, 5-2. That's a straight-up home run chance. He's a 4, but that's a 20. So Richards misses out. Bad break on the D20. He will swing. 4-4, and he's going to ground it back to Rhoden. So the Padre fans had hope there for a split second, but hope vanished very quickly. One away and back to the top of the order for Turner. He's 0 for 3. 5-1. That's a automatic out against the lefty Turner. And it will be a ground ball to Russell. That's 2 away. Now, batter 29 is coming up, Billy Allman. He's 261, so they're going to let him hit. If Allman reaches, Rhoden would then become tired. Huff is ready in the bullpen in case he's needed, but they're going to try to let Rhoden finish what he started. 2-4, and that is a walk plus to a lefty, but a blank to a righty. Go to Allman. 2-6, single to right field. So ninth inning magic, as Robert would say. You never can get a 1-2-3 inning in inside pitch for whatever reason. Just doesn't seem to want to come up that way. And now Rhoden is tired. His attempt for Allman is a 4. That's a 3. He can steal. He's a 14 plus 1 there is a 15. Yeager's a 0 arm, so 1 to 15. He's going to steal it. And he's caught stealing to end the ball game. How do you like that? Has anybody ever had it? And Winfield was on deck. So maybe that was a bonehead play, but 1 to 15, I figured I had to try it to get in scoring position for Winfield. But that evil D20 came up again. So if you want to call it bad managing to try for the steal, go right ahead. But I felt like I had to do it on a 1 to 15. I thought the odds were way too great for that. What is 1 to 15? Like 75% chance. So Winfield's probably like, what the hell are you doing? But if you look at Winfield's card, he was 0 for 3, so it wasn't like he was going to do anything. 1-0 your final. Rick Rhoden, the player of the game, undoubtedly. Complete game shutout. He outduels Randy Jones. And 1-0. Very clean game. No errors on either side. And for the Padres, 1, 2. I got him for 3 hits, so a 3-hit shutout. Dodgers only got 5 hits themselves, so it's 1-5-0 for the Dodgers, 0-3-0 for the Padres. Dodgers improved to 11-4 and increased their lead in the National League West. Padres dropped to 8-10. But Rick Rhoden, complete game, improves to 2-1. Randy Jones, a tough luck loss, drops to 3-1. So if you're looking for offense, you came to the wrong spot. If you're looking for clean fielding and good defense, you came to the right spot, depending on what your fancy is. So from San Diego Stadium, Rick Rhoden, player of the game. I don't know if I've ever had a game end on a caught stealing before. I may have. I don't recall, but I don't know. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate it. I'm trying to remember if I ever had. I probably have at some point, but I just don't recall if I ever did or not. But hey, 75% chance. I figure you had to try it, right? And if Winfield gets a hit, he could score and tie the game. So, but again, Winfield was 0 for 3, so it wasn't like he was doing anything either. Although Rhoden was tired, so if you get him at second base and you get that S1, that's an automatic 2-base advance. So sometimes just the dice it can be a good managerial decision, and the dice just don't allow it, Dice overrule, especially that evil D20. But anyway, next game in Inside Pitch, and I may not have printed out the score sheet. I thought I had, but maybe I did not. I printed out the lineup boards for the benches, but I don't think I ever printed out the score sheet. I think that's going to be later. Oh, yes. No, I didn't. That's the one for season ticket, not the one for this one. So anyway, it's going to be Philadelphia at Pittsburgh. That's going to be the matchup on April the 26th. So I'm going to go ahead and enter this in the computer, and it won't take long with all these outs. Distract computer. I should be able to knock this out in about 5 minutes, inserting this, and then we'll update the records, sim everything else, and get ready for the April 26th game, which may or may not be played. Might be played on Wednesday. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. But I do appreciate everybody who spent part of your Monday evening with me, kept me company, and had some good commentary throughout the ball game. Some good factoids that were discovered. so I can learn something from you guys about different facts. So I do appreciate you being there. And until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.